What are the luxury real estate market trends we're seeing, we're taking a leap of faith and predicting for 2024? That's what we're going to talk about today, so don't go anywhere.
I'm Sherri Green with Coldwell Banker. Welcome to my YouTube channel that guides home sellers and home buyers in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia.
So what are the predictions for real estate in 2024? Specifically, luxury real estate. 2023 was an interesting year. There were positive forces at hand, pent-up demand, increasing affluent wealth, but there were also negatives like a lack of inventory, and then interest rates affected some people, but not everybody. Buyers weren't really ready to move. They were sitting on the fence. Sellers weren't really ready to move. They were sitting on the fence. But what do we see for 2024? We're going to take a leap here, and we're going to talk about 6 trends for the luxury real estate market in 2024. There are 6 trends overall, so make sure you watch part 1. In this video, part 2, we'll go over the last 3 trends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm glad to have you. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss an episode of what I talk about, which is real estate, Washington, D.C., and all things that surround that. If you aren't new to my channel, you probably remember that I talk a lot about the luxury real estate market. And this is our updated trend report for 2024. Let's talk about it. Now, the trend report that I'm referencing for all of these is a report that my brokerage puts together. If you want to read the entire report, check the description. I'm going to put a link there. I'm going to highlight the 6 trends, but if you want to read more and read them in depth and even get a little more knowledge about the luxury real estate report, again, check the description. Everything's going to be there. You can download it and read it cover to cover. Number 4, the Henry factor. Let's talk about the Henry factor. It is on the rise. Now, I don't mean Henrys like the gentleman. I mean, a Henry is an acronym for High Earners Not Rich Yet. They are typically millennials or Gen Xers who earn a substantial income, but they spend all of it on their day-to-day living expenses and lifestyle experiences. And they haven't built up enough assets to be considered wealthy. As they build up their wealth over the next 5 years, they are expected to become first-time luxury home buyers. So who are these Henrys? They're more likely to be male. Philanthropy, sports, outdoors, all of these types of activities are very important to Henrys. They also tend to live in urban hotspots and metropolitan areas where jobs are plentiful, culture and nightlife are also abundant. So think cities like Dallas, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and even right here in Washington, D.C. Some of these cities also have the highest cost of living. So that adds to a Henry's perspective that they don't have enough wealth to purchase a luxury property at the moment. So what needs to happen to get a Henry to jump into the real estate market? Likely, it's a lifestyle change. Think getting married or having a child. They also need to achieve an optimum level of wealth. So where will they buy when the time is right? A lot of these people still need to be in the office, even if it's only a few days a week. So first, they will likely stick to those areas that are close to their employers. However, as their income grows, that may change and put them in a different place during their second luxury home purchase. Our next trend, America, the investment haven. We have heard in the news that there's been a drop in international purchases, but much of the national statistics are coming from the National Association of Realtors. And those figures analyze the purchase of homes by foreign buyers across all market segments in the United States, not just the luxury real estate market. So what really happened? Some purchasing by international buyers was disrupted by the lack of inventory and the rising cost of homes in the United States, coupled by the exchange rate. But for the affluent, these impacts were far less significant as their wealth increases, as they typically pay with cash. So when you look at the data adjusted for wealth, you see the difference. The bottom line, international high net worth buyers continue to see the value investing in the United States. The greater their wealth, the more likely they are to invest in luxury real estate. And with greater wealth also comes the likelihood of those individuals already having funds in the United States, making their purchase easier. So who are the top international buyers in the United States? China, Canada, and the UK. Now, where are those international buyers purchasing? New York, Los Angeles, Miami, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Our last trend, smart homes 2.0. Now, you've probably heard a lot about smart homes. I've even done some videos talking about smart homes. So the concept isn't new. And smart homes can do all sorts of things, from clocks that can scan your calendar and know that it's time to wake you up an hour before your next Zoom meeting, to lights that turn on to the exact right dimmable spot right before you walk in the door at night, to the precise temperature being set on your thermostat every morning when you wake up or every evening when you go to bed, video technology in the home for security and other reasons, a shower that turns on to your precise temperature. But a home that thinks for you in total hasn't seen mass adoption yet. Most early adopters truly have a smart home that thinks for them, doing all those things and others. And we just haven't seen that really become embraced. People will dabble in and do one little thing here and one little thing there. But this mass adoption of a home that really thinks for you is only been embraced by those early adopters. That seems to be on the verge of moving from those early adopters to mass adoption. By 2027, some believe that 58% of all homes in North America will be smart homes. What's driving this growth? You guessed it. One of our previous trends. Technologies like AI, machine learning, and speech recognition. They are all getting better. And with that, it's changing the way we live in our homes. Another driver of this, you might be surprised, it's older generations. Our older Americans who can adapt their home to be a smart home are realizing they can live in their homes longer. A poll by Google Nest shows the fastest adopters of smart tech are actually baby boomers. As boomers age in place, smart home technology can significantly enhance in-home safety and care and minimize the upheaval of not only the physical but the emotional upheaval of moving and changing homes later in life. So make sure you check out the link in the description for the report, and you can find more things that are driving this smart home trend. So here's my overall take for 2024. As I talked about, 2023 was like this drag through the mud, slugging through the mud, or whatever the phrase was I used. But 2024, I really feel a sense of hope. I've talked in a couple of my market report videos recently about this glimmer of hope, and that's really what I see and what I feel. It is already different. It is February, middle of February, end of February, and things are already starting to move very quickly as if we are in a spring market. We're really not there yet. So there is this great hope that I have for what's going to happen in 2024. So that's my hope for what's going to happen in 2024. There is a lot of pent-up demand. There are a lot of people who want to move, and they are finally going to realize that they need to make a move, whether or not the interest rates change dramatically. I don't see a dramatic change for 2024, but I do see a steady movement forward. A bit more inventory, a bit of a lower interest rate, and a lot of happier clients who can finally find the house that they want or sell the one that they are ready to divest of. Do you want to know more about the luxury real estate market? You're in the right place. A link to the report is in the description, and don't forget to watch this video next. I selected it just for you.